How to attract high-paying clients without the hustle. So you're creating content, showing up everywhere, engaging with potential clients, but the high-paying ones, they're not biting. And that's because your content isn't speaking to buyers, it's speaking to browsers. Today, I'm breaking down how to change that so your content attracts clients who pay in full. So I'm going to share my screen as usual. So why your content isn't attracting high-paying clients and what they actually want. High-paying clients don't want free tips. They want to see you solve their exact problem. They want to see you actually can solve their problems. They're not scrolling for entertainment. They're wanting to find the person, the expert who gets it. And we're going to see the difference between content that friend zones versus content that positions you as the obvious choice, right? So you have the friend zone content and the authority content. Friend zone content says, I get you. It stays on empathy, relatability, which is great, right? All of this is great, but it's not enough. It gives generic, vanilla, Googleable tips, like surface level, and keeps you in the nice to have maybe one day bucket. It blends in the noise. It talks to everyone, therefore to no one. And it keeps things soft, generic, feel good, like inspirational, all of that. Whereas authority content, it says, I can help you solve this. It shows your process and the way your way of thinking, your thought leadership, so that people trust you. It gives directions and shows that you understand the root cause of the problem, of what they're going through, the mistake, so what they have tried and why nothing has worked yet, the priorities, and the path to results. That makes people see you as the one to hire yesterday. Authority content also stands out. So you don't blend in anymore. You stand out from the crowd. Your authority content speaks louder. It also filters by talking to one specific audience, and it's specific, grounded in your expertise, and makes the right people think, finally someone who understands me and can help me and knows what they're actually talking about and doing. So that's the difference between friend zone content and authority content. So 3 things that your content must do to attract premium client. And when I say content, it's social media, but also blogs, like every piece of content, including your sales page, your offer page. Your content needs to show that you understand their specific problem, not everyone's problem. And when I say show you understand their specific problem, it's also in terms of language. If you're talking about rebalance your hormones, people who are facing symptoms of hormone imbalance, they don't necessarily know that their symptoms are actually due to hormonal imbalance. So you need to speak to their symptoms, what it looks like for them in real life. You also need to show them the proof that you've sold it before through case studies, results, transformations. And if you're just starting out, you're just starting your business, use your own proof, your own before and after. And make it super simple for them to say yes with a clear step, no guessing, no, oh my God, I don't know how much it's going to cost. Do I have to fill a form? Do I need to book a call? No-brainer. It needs to be a no-brainer. So how to make your content findable by people who are actually ready to buy? So as you know from my YouTube channel, I'm a SEO girl. SEO is my love language, evergreen content, like one piece of content that works for you forever. Yes, please. All in, right? So SEO is a must. If you want clients finding you while you sleep, while you walk your dog, while you are on holiday, while you work with your clients, that's a must. And SEO is not super complicated, right? So don't be afraid. It's much more simple than social media and the algorithm rules and the engagement and all of that. Also, think about the keywords your ideal clients are actually searching, not what you think they're searching. I was taking the example earlier of hormonal imbalance. I don't think people who are not aware that their hormones need rebalancing are typing how to rebalance your hormones. Like if they're at the beginning of their research journey. So if you write a blog, you need to write in terms of education, but education that positions you as an expert by showing them that you understand their symptoms. You have a clear explanations. Maybe they've been bloated in that specific case. I'm by no means a hormone expert at all. Like science and we're not friends. Maybe they've been bloated. Their favorite pair of jeans is not fitting anymore. And they're like, oh, what do I do? So they've tried exercising, they've tried diets, but it's still not doing anything. So you need to show them, like, address the symptoms, basically. Always think in terms of what would my ideal client say to their best friend? Not expert language, but someone who doesn't know anything about what you do language. And then you can also make some simple tweaks that get your content in front of ready to buy eyes with empowered language. If you think this is for you, no. If you know this is for you, and then call to action. That's just an example. So here's the consistency trap to avoid because you want to avoid burnout. Posting daily won't save bad messaging, and neither will ads. I see so many people who think it's a traffic problem. So they are paying for ads, thinking it's going to solve their problem. But more eyeballs on your content is not going to bring you more clients if your messaging isn't built to convert. So you first need to work on your messaging. Then you need to show up consistently without creating new content every single day. So if you're using social media, repurpose, like check your analytics, what performed well, if you know how to check analytics and how to use these things, because when it comes to social media, I cannot be bothered. Like, I know it's really bad. I know it's bad. But yeah, I'm not a social media person. But if you want, I know a social media specialist. Drop a comment. I will direct you to her because she is amazing. She's the best. So yeah, repurpose to stay visible without the grind, right? So just have a framework, have your content pillars, your main topics, check your best performing posts, and reuse the same idea, just tweak the wording, and you have another piece of content. And also, consistently doesn't mean every day, right? You choose your posting frequency. I know some experts are saying post every day, post 3 times per day. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I don't want to do that. So choose your frequency. And I'm even going to tell you, I have social media profiles. On Instagram, my Instagram profile is optimized to make me discoverable with keywords, with one call to action, and a series of posts that lead to one specific action that I wish for people who find me to take, to get them off social media into my email list, into my world. Because if my Instagram profile disappears tomorrow, to be honest with you, I don't care. You need to take people off social into your world and nurture them with email sequences and newsletters and all of that. I'm posting blogs weekly. Do you need to post blogs weekly? No, you don't. Monthly, that's fine. Once every 2 weeks, if you want, that's fine too. But you don't have to. That's just what I choose because, well, SEO, like I was saying, is my love language, it's my expertise. No matter what people tell you, you choose your posting frequency. You don't have to post every day or 4 times a week. If 3 times a week works for you, if 2 times a week works for you, fine. Follow what works for you. Because at the end of the day, if you try to do too much, you won't be consistent. So less is more. I know it's kind of overrated as a saying, but that's the truth. So your content should pre-sell you or even sell you, right? And here is how. Every piece of content, I don't care if it's social media, if it's a blog, if it's your homepage, your sales page, contact page, the 4W questions need to be answered. What you do, like what problem you solve more specifically, who you solve it for, who you help, what results are you getting for your people, right? And what to do next. So these are the 4W questions. And also in what to do next, your call to action, CTA for short, the text on your buttons, right, needs to be specific, not vague. Like, for example, learn more, too vague. Or book here. Book here, yeah, okay, but book your free strategy call. Book your one-on-one call. Book and pay. Something very specific and clear. And if you can describe your process at some point, especially on your sales page, if you have a section, you have the details and all that, the call to action. And if you can describe the process, step 1, book and pay. Step 2, check your confirmation email and let's meet on Zoom. Step 3, you will get XYZ. Like, no brainer, super transparent. People love that because it builds trust. They know what to expect. You've got their back. They're not just, ooh, well, what is going to happen? We don't know. Maybe I'm going to receive a phone call. Maybe I'm going to receive an email. I don't know. We don't want that. We don't want vague. So this is super important as well. So if your content right now is not bringing in the clients that you want, I have a free ideal client avatar worksheet. It will help you get crystal clear on who you're talking to in your content. So every piece of content, blog, social media, once again, everything that you create will actually attract the people that are ready to pay you and that are your ideal clients. And I'm not talking about Sarah, 35 years old. She loves Lucky Charms as cereals for breakfast. Like, who on earth has ever worked with someone because they were eating the same cereals? Like, no one, right? So it's a PDF, but inside the PDF, you have a link that leads you to the Google Doc, and it's interactive. You can type your answers there. It's yours forever. And if you prefer speaking to a human instead of doing it yourself, you can book your free 20-minute strategy call. No obligations. I won't chase you after. We can review a piece of content, for example, and I can guide you on that specific piece of content so you have clarity and you know what to tweak for the future. All the links will be in the description, so make sure to check them out. You can also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I upload videos in English and also in French, so I got your back. Thank you very much. Don't hesitate to leave me a comment or get in touch if you have any question. And until next time, take care of yourself. Bye.